Hello, Dead Marvel here. This is my first video on Marvel Contest of Champions. I suppose the first thing we'll do is a roster. So we'll have a look through my different champions, go through the various stars, see what we've got. I think first we'll start with the 5 stars. So if we have to look, there's only 2. I'm not that lucky. Don't have 17. So the first one, Captain Marvel. This is the first one I got actually. Managed to get her to rank 2. Quite a good champion. Even better when duplicated, which may take about 3 years. If it's anything like the 4 stars. So let's look at the synergy. Got 6% armor with Captain America, 6% with Gamora, 6% with Iron Man, 5% power gain with Wolverine. If we had all them all on the same team, it's quite a good team to have. Not spend too much time looking through all the different abilities and things like that, just a quick overview of what they're like and how I use them, I suppose. I haven't really used Ronan that much. He was my second 5-star to get. His abilities are quite good. I think he'll probably get ranked up very, very soon. But at the moment I'm actually saving up to do a video on ranking up, but I want enough so I can rank up a couple of champions, probably a 4-star to rank 4 and this 5-star to rank 2, but I need the ISO and also the catalyst to do so. So here's my 4 stars. We've got Daredevil, which is my best champion. Very good when against people that fire projectiles. People like Doctor Strange. Ultron's first attack. I'm not really too sure about his second attack. Yellow Jacket. He's a beast with his first attack. Especially if you're on low health, it tends to finish you off pretty quickly. So I've got Daredevil, Scarlet Witch. She's probably one of the best characters in the game. I usually use her in everything I do: Alliance Wars, Alliance quests, and Act 4 quests from the main acts. Venom is probably one of my favourite characters, even though he might not be the best character. Let's have a look at him. Genetic memory. I've managed to duplicate him twice, and then I had some level ups to get him to 60 on his signature ability. So Venom's bloodlust triggers whenever the opponent bleeds, increasing critical hit rate by 20%, critical damage by 104.1% for as long as the enemy continues bleeding. Which is good in a way, but bad in another, because when you're triggering bleed, depending on whether you're in an arena or an alliance war, if somebody's got willpower, it tends to counteract it quite a lot, considering they're gaining health while you're trying to take health off them. But I suppose if he's getting stronger whilst they're bleeding, you can counteract their willpower. So in a way, it's good. I tend to use him in defense in an alliance war, especially on the bleed nodes. Seems to be very, very effective. Let's have a look at some more. So Ultron, he's good, but I don't tend to use him in attack. I use him in defense again. I think it'd be better duplicated, especially with the absorption. So he's good against people like Doctor Strange. Every attack that they fire at him, he seems to recover health all the time. So I'd like to get him to duplicated. But also, the other good two things about him is bleed immunity and poison immunity. So if we ever do get to go on to level 5 of the Alliance quests, it'll come in handy against the heal block nodes, because I have Liquid Courage and can't remember what the other one's called. In fact, I'll check. I don't tend to look at my masteries that often, so you tend to forget what they're called. No, it's in attack. So we've got Liquid Courage and Double Edge, which obviously take life off you as you go along. I'll do a more in-depth video on masteries another time. I think that one deserves a video of its own. So let's head back to the champions again. Bit of loading time. Welcome to Marvel. So we've seen Captain Marvel. That's why I need to get back in 4 stars. Doctor Strange, he's also one of my favourite characters and one of the best characters in the game. Even not duplicated, he gets even more powerful obviously with the duplication, but he's ridiculous. He's first, I'm not too sure how many seconds, maybe 10 seconds, he gets armor up, and then for the next 10 seconds after that he gets Fury, and then the 10 seconds after that he's able to absorb damage as health. So every time you hit something you're getting health back. It comes in handy in Alliance Wars and Alliance Quests, especially when you're fighting the lower characters in them. You can gain a bit of health back, ready for going on to the nodes to get rid of them. So yeah. And I tend to use Daredevil, Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange as my 3 team in Alliance Wars Attack and Alliance Quests. It's good because Scarlet Witch actually gives Doctor Strange armor up, which gives the full team an armor up. So Wolverine, he's better duplicated, which I need to get done hopefully very soon. He's at rank 4. I forgot to mention Daredevil, Scarlet Witch, Venom, Ultron, Doctor Strange and Wolverine are all rank 4. So I need to keep going with the rank 4s. I'm not too sure what my next one's going to be. I'm thinking Venom Pool, because I like his first special, because if the opposite team, let's have a look actually, if the opposition has a, can't think of what they call them. Now, the symbiote has an 83% chance to seal an enemy beneficial effect from the opponent and feed it to Deadpool to trigger his healing factor, recovering 9% health over 7 seconds. So every time you activate his first special, if they've got any beneficial effect on them, he will take that and use that as his recovery, which is a pretty good ability to have, especially in a game where if you're dead you're out. Very good. I do apologise for any stuttering or misword pronunciations, if you will, as it's my first video on YouTube and it's a bit weird if I'm honest. I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually. So we've got, I don't want to go in too much depth in the rest of the characters because most people who watch this already know. So we've got Storm, Guillotine, Miss Marvel, Colossus. I like Colossus, but I think I need to duplicate him to really be able to use him with his armour. Drax. Not a lot of people like Drax. I don't particularly use him often, but if I got the full team from Guardians of the Galaxy, I definitely would. That'd be a cool thing to have. Got Venom, Abomination, Daredevil. I think that's the Netflix version. Magic, Thor. I really want to duplicate Thor because his Ragnarok ability is pretty ridiculous, especially on his third special. Pretty much say goodbye if you're fighting him and you get that. We've got Juggernaut, Iron Patriot, Thor, Captain America and Iron Fist. I've recently just won the Iron Fist on the last arena. I got 3.7 million or 3.6. 3 days of hardcore playing for that. So let's have a look at the rest of the roster. As you can see, I haven't put a lot of emphasis on my 3 stars. So every time I get a 4 star, I start upgrading these. So sort these out so you can actually see them in order. Very sensitive, this screen. Wrong way. There we go. So my best is Unstoppable Colossus. 2,359 rating. Let's have a look. He's actually at 99 Unstoppable. So he's pretty much beast out. Can't get any better than that at a 3 star. He's very good. If you're wondering why my ratings are quite high, it's because of Liquid Courage and I keep forgetting the name. Liquid Courage. Quite annoying actually. Say they play a game a lot. I should probably remember. Double Edge, that's it. The Liquid Courage and Double Edge. With it giving you 60% more attack, your rating does go through the roof, which is better for arenas because you get more points. It's just not good if you come against people with heal block because your life just drains away very, very slowly but quickly, if that makes any sense. Let's go back to the champions. So yeah, as you can see, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at rank 4 of 40. I need to start upgrading the rest. Now I can get a long streak in the arenas, I'm able to use my 3 stars, because fight 1 to 21 using your 3 stars is not always easy because you get put against some high ranked 4 stars. So yeah, I've recently won over the last month